you're in that vicinity, at least make sure you're in Nairobi. Hey, Jokisuma, I'm looking at you. Don't say it here. I won't take it another minute for the movie because you are where? You are where? All right. But the point of the matter is, I am joined by two amazing women in film, multi-talented and incredible. I'm going to start off with filmmaker Judy Kibinga. Judy, welcome to Double O Direct. How are you? Hi, Judy. Are you still on mute?
Thank you. I'm so good, and I'm glad to be here. No, I'm actually. My internet's going to hang in there. I might have to switch to a different Wi-Fi.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So tell me, who is Judy Kibinga, and give me a background of your film experience.
Well, I've been in a while, and I've had many different lives in film. I started off in advertising, a whole work, and as my kind of film school. I was the first sort of non-expatriate creative director at a multinational agency here. Huge Pan-African, lots of beer commercials that I wrote and was creative director on. And I quit that because I was just so sick of not seeing our face screen, and jumped into, I guess, my second career in a way, and that was making films. And I wrote and directed a whole bunch of films, way back from Necklace to, I think, what was maybe our first rom-com, Project Daddy, and lots more. And he started to become really aware of how difficult it was to raise funding, how lonely it could be to be a filmmaker and a creator without the funds that you need to just keep going, to keep being creative, to keep making award-winning films. And so I started a film called Docubox, which has the last 8 years to become a bit of a film hub, but has also raised and given away over $1 million in funding and labs and things like that. So that's me.
That is incredible. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Judy. And now one of my favorite human beings. We finally met. People are like, don't you know, Sanaipei? What's wrong with you? We finally met. And I'm so happy that you made it here today to join me on Double O Direct. Sanaipei Tande.
Thank you for having me, Olivia. We've met before.
Where?
You don't remember?
Alcohol was involved.
No. I mean, at the other radio station you used to work at back in the day.
Okay, there have been many, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Okay, let's see. You take my word for it. Hi, Judy. How are you? Can she hear me?
No, she can't.
Okay.
I think her Zoom has frozen, right? But
I thought she was just looking down anyway.
The history of Sanaipei Tande, from the minute you were on a reality show to superstardom.
Okay, so Sanaipei is just your typical girl next door when she's not, acting or not singing. But it's the truth.
Okay.
So I'm a singer, songwriter, recording and performing artist, actress, former radio personality, former karaoke host, sometimes MC, something that I'm really trying to get away from.
Why?
It's not my strong suit. It's not. I think it's very important to just admit to yourself when something's just not working for you. It's not.
You're not the hype master.
No, like Mikonoju stuff. And that's the thing. Like when you're doing Mikonoju, you're terrified. When you have to be calm and collected, you're terrified. So I just said forget about that. So I've been in the industry for a total of 18 going on 19 years.
Wow.
And I've done it all. I mean, I've done radio, I've done acting, I've done music, I've done modeling.
Yes.
I've done karaoke hosting for a good 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a long time. I didn't even realize it was that long.
Wow.
And so now I'm in acting, and I can't really say that it's become the priority now in regards to my music. I try to balance a little bit of everything.
Yes.
But acting basically started in the year 2016. Mm-hmm. I'm fairly young.
So what propelled you? You're already an established, performing, recording artist,
right,
to then say, I want to act.
I never said I want to act.
Was it Jimmy Gato?
No.
No. Let me tell you about Jimmy Gato. Actually, I know nothing about
He's
Jimmy
a guy
Gato.
for placing people in places.
No, he is hot grandfather. If anybody is planning on becoming a grandfather and looking hot, take notes from one Jimmy Gato. I will not lie to you. No, but seriously, continue.
So I guess for me, a bit of acting. Okay, when I was not acting professionally, that was like on stage when I was in primary school. I was a witch. I keep saying this. I was a witch. I was a witch in KG, the one who, cussed. Is it Sleeping Beauty or Snow White? I never really know which one it is. And then, I've acted as a tree before.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
very silent. No words there. And then I've played Mother Mary when I was in Standard 7. But then it's back then, it's not something that I really thought I was going to pursue. In fact, even with music, I knew I liked to sing, but what I wanted to do was pharmacy, which I did for 2 semesters.
Wow.
Until Popstars came up and said, hey, we're snatching you. And my dad said, you're young. You can go back to school another time.
Love the guy. Love the guy. Super
I was only
supportive.
18. I was only 18.
So at 18, your father said, you know what? You've been in pharmacy. Wait, were you in uni at 18?
So I was at Kenyan Medical Training College. I joined when I was 18 and won Popstars like maybe slightly before I turned 19. And so that's when he said, it's okay, Mommy.
Why are you making a radio presenter speechless? What's wrong with you?
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
And anyway, I have no words. Continue.
So basically, I never really wanted to get into any of them, like professionally. And I can't say I didn't want to. I just never thought about it.
They got you.
Yeah, they got me. The music got me. When it came to acting, it was Eve D'Souza who reached out and said, yo, can you play something in Vashita? After that, it was Rashid Abdallah who said, can you do something in Aziza? And that's just how it's been.
Yes.
I keep saying this, and I don't want to sound all snobbish or whatever, but every single thing that I've done in the industry, other than going for the auditions for Popstars,
yes,
everything else has come to me. But I think it's because I show an element of the different careers in one of my careers. Like with the music, I would do skits in my videos.
Yes.
And so that's how Rashid picked up on, I think she can act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Sana for you.
Of the 3 projects you've done, because you said you're very new in acting.
Yes.
Which one do you feel has been the most challenging?
Absolutely, Kina. Being Nana Tandala is not easy. It is a complete contradiction and contrast to my character as Sana.
Spice.
4.4 SpiceFM in Nairobi. We are streaming live, standardmedia.co.ke. And the reason you need to get onto standardmedia.co.ke is so you can see my amazing guests. I have filmmaker Judy Kibinga. I have multi-talented performing artist, songwriter, actress, one of my favorite human beings. And I say prayers for her. You don't even know. She don't even know. She's also acting with a man who would have been my Kenyan boyfriend had I ever dated a Kenyan. Jimmy Gatu. I am very jealous, but I'm also very happy for Jimmy. He is grandfather goals, right? No, I'm really digressing. Sometimes I'm just dying.
I'm just looking at you because there's information I'm going to pass on to somebody.
No. I've known Jimmy a long time. He has a lovely wife, has a lovely family, now has lovely grandkids. He's solid people. You are acting with him in Kina, right?
Yes, he's my set husband.
You see? I'm even more jealous. Maybe I'll trip Sanai down the stairs. Yani, why do they fix that lift? We should just been using those stairs and get to an accident.
Oh, wow.
No, but seriously, Judy Kibinga, tell me about Docubox, the app that you founded that's helping Kenyan filmmakers, and helping the industry move it forward.
Okay, so Docubox is actually a fund, and it's a film hub. It's not an app. It's a space. It's a thing. It's a movement. It's a community.
Yes.
We've been around for, I think, it's almost, I can't believe it, but it's about 8 years already. 12 permanent Docuboxes, as we call ourselves, and I set Docubox up in 2013, end of 2013, because I had gotten to a point where I realized this filmmaking is so difficult. You're trying to raise funds, whether it's for a fiction or for a feature documentary film. You're knocking on doors. You're not sure how to pitch, or you're finishing a film and you are, looking for advice or finishing funds or mentors. So many things, and I kind of began to feel that I wished there was a space or a thing or a fund that I would have benefited from, and thought, why not start the thing that I wish existed? And so started Docubox, a very small group of us, 3. I think that if a couple of employees came on quite fast. We were 3 for a long time.
Yes.
And the very first thing we did is we managed to raise enough support to actually literally give away something like, I think it was $120,000 in film grants to a cluster of documentary filmmakers, because primarily we were just a documentary film fund.
Yes.
And today, all these different cycles later, I'm really, really proud that we've raised and put money into films like Softy or The Letter, which was our Kenyan film submitted to the Oscars, not this year, but the year before.
Yes.
We put lots into many short fiction films. We've just done a call, and I think in the year ahead, you'll see films, additional films coming out from better known filmmakers like Mugambi Thika or Bithi, who I think is really well known for Kati Kati.
Yes.
Those are some of the fiction grants that we've given, and other sort of bigger grants going to documentary feature films coming out. Maya and Chris Lecco are in for $25,000 grant, as is a lovely new filmmaker making a film called What's Eating My Mind. So that's what Docubox is. We're kind of home, where we people can come in, work out of our space. They can apply every year or so for support, and they can find a community of like-minded creators to kind of bounce ideas off or get advice back from. And we're up on Gong Road, and we have a website as well for people who are interested.
What's the URL? What's the URL for your site?
It's www.mydocubox.org. And I think if you're in there, you'll see events that are coming up. We do screenings as well.
Yes.
We have a really fun screening every few months called Shorts and Shots, where people wear shorts and they come and they drink shots and they watch short films.
Hey, Sana. No. Just, I'm going to pause you right there.
It's too fun.
No. You see, this is how I get to increase my social life, because this 2022 is taking me too fast. We're hooking ourselves up with shorts. Yeah,
you've got to.
We're hooking ourselves up with
I'm
shots.
telling you.
Did she meant shots?
No, shorts and shots. It's
both. Okay. Well, I can do this one, but I can't do this one.
I must support you.
You do it for me.
I'll pick up where you fall down. But seriously, Judy, what I want to find out,
all of them.
How did you actually start? Because you told me you started Docubox with 3
so
employees,
fun. It's
right?
So fun.
But what I want to find out is, what was the actual process? Because is this a Kenyan film funding organization, or do you have partners in the UK, the US, Australia?
We have partners everywhere.
But the founding partners, who were they?
So the founding person
from where
was myself.
Okay.
And okay, let me take a step back, because it always later it didn't strike me, but a lot of people kept saying, "Where's your head office?" And I was like, "It's here." And they're like, no, where's the other head office?
Yeah, that one.
The head, those ones. And I'm like, we're here, people. Yeah. So it actually started with a grant, actually from the Ford Foundation.
Yes.
Ford Foundation had seen a lot of work I've done. I think the strange or interesting thing about myself as a creator or filmmaker, my work goes from the sort of very fun and flippant, from rom-coms like Dangerous Affair, to sort of much heavier pieces, like Scarred, which took me 5 years to make and was about the Wagala massacre. It literally took me 5 years of constant shooting to make.
Yes.
So very kind of mixed, a really mixed basket of films. And people, a certain program officer, Joyce Nyairo at the Ford Foundation, had seen, I guess, my more political work.
Yes.
And it was interesting listening to Sana saying how sometimes things come to you and I'm always looking over my shoulder when things come to me, like you're talking to me? Me? Yeah, okay. So it wasn't actually my initial idea to start a film fund, but once the idea was floated, kind of grew in my head over a couple of years. We sat and just really thought through the strategy with support from the Ford Foundation. Not brainstorming support, or not no sort of you must do it like this or the other. Their one condition is it had to be a Kenyan film fund, and it had to be something answering Kenyan needs. And so that was a really privileged position to be in, with people saying, here, take this amount of money and do what the hell you think needs to happen with it. And initially, I think initially our first research started to come back, and a lot of people I don't know, to my surprise, what was sort of feeling that there needs to be a foreign hand or foreign partners, because if it's purely a Kenyan film fund, where will the money go?
I see you driving a new car.
Here in my shindy, I'm like, where did the money go? I don't know.
Yeah. You're breaking up, Judy. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. So I'm going to pause you there. I'm going to pause you there and ask Sana some few questions because your network is breaking up slightly. But I want to find out, Sana, it's what, 19 years now you've been in the industry?
Almost 19.
Challenges, right?
Wow.
Because, we always want to look back and help somebody who's on that journey, avoid mistakes, avoid trending for the wrong reasons,
right.
Avoid the pitfalls we wish we would have avoided, avoid the quote unquote casting couch, avoid being Me Too'd,
Yeah.
So any of the challenges that you face, because you are a gorgeous, talented, intelligent woman, but sometimes that counts for nothing.
True. It's a tricky one for me because I think some of the challenges I bring onto myself. And I like to be honest about it. And people say, you can't say that as an artist. But the truth is, when it comes to music, for example, for you to be able to be successful, you have to be a bit more aggressive in your marketing. You have to be aggressive even in your releases. You can't be releasing 2 songs like Sana and then expecting, in a year, and then expecting that you'll be called for a show. They will give a show to somebody who is regular. The frequency is really high in terms of releasing music, and there's something for them to come and perform. So I think I would take the fault for that. And another thing that's really, really sad to say is people need to understand that we have different levels of success, or what we deem as success, or how far we want to go with the music. Look, I'm very okay with the music that I've done and the fame that has come with it and the monies that I'm making. I'm very content over there. Yes. But there are people who are like, but you can be on international stages. And you need to understand that there are some people who don't want to get to that level when it comes to their music, for example. Yes. I want to stay here. I want to grow home and I want to grow people at home, So we're not looking for, we're going to do a collaboration with Beyonce and stuff like that. It's not me. It's not in me. Yes. And I think that's kind of attributed to how I release my music. I can do 2 songs in a year. I'll get my 5 shows in a year, and I'm good with that. Yes. I don't have to be on every single stage all the time. Yes. But the other challenges I can say, earlier, at least with interaction that I had with some of the female musicians in the country, is just people just asking for sexual favors, and I've experienced that. I've lost shows because a promoter tells you, I'd like you to come to Naivasha to come and perform, and we agree, and there's M-Pesa, so you can send me my deposit. But then now they want it to be a thing for, why don't we meet, why don't we have a drink, we're in Nairobi this weekend, we can do something. Somebody's texting you at 12 a.m. and you're like, this is not the kind of relationship that I want to have. But there's such a casualness that's in the industry that I couldn't deal with. And so I lost a lot of shows, and a lot of girls would tell me, a DJ, you want a DJ to play your song, you have to do a little something with him. A producer tells you, I can produce this song for you for free, lakini kuna vile. You get what I mean? And it's a lot of that there. And I can only talk from the girl's perspective, because it's girls who would tell me. I don't think I ever heard a guy say, there's a Chile producer somewhere.
I wanted to be on Double O's show. I wanted to be on Double O's show.
Yeah.
Double O. Ukitaka kuwa kwa Double O direct. Yo.
Right. So there was a lot of that. And then there's also pay.
Yeah.
I think Eric Omondi has touched on that, although we might not quite appreciate how he touched on it, but he did bring it up.
Touches a lot of things like that.
I will stop there. Anyway, so you find that somebody would want you to come and perform for like an hour, and they want to give you 40,000 shillings, and you're like, are you kidding? 40,000 bob. You want me to give a good show? I probably must get dancers. I probably must get a band. Yeah. You can't get a band for less than 100,000 shillings. These days, a dancer is going for 15,000 a piece.
Just your hair and makeup is 10,000 bob.
Thank you. And you're telling me to come for 40,000. No. So it doesn't work like that. So when you're pushing for more money, then they basically just decide to go with somebody cheaper. And I've said this so many times in our country, we compromise on quality a lot. And that's not just in the music industry, not just in film. It's in every industry and every sector of this country. We would rather save money and pocket it, than give proper quality things out there. And let me tell you, Olivia, we have quality in this country. I recently did the Remembering Whitney concert that was organized by June Gashui, and I was in shock.
Yes.
The ladies who were called are not known names, not known brands, but they have beautiful voices and they have beautiful stage presence, and they really should be the people who are just in the forefront
Yes.
of music in this country. But
Yes.
they tell you they're not interested because it's almost as if we support mediocrity.
I'm going to stop you right there. You know what I'm thinking, huh? I envision a day. It's a Saturday, like any other.
Okay.
However, Double O has a co-host, and her name is Sanaipei Tande.
Are you serious?
I think it would be fun. Let's think about it. Let's work on something.
Okay.
We already have funding from Docubox.
This is true. No, but I've been looking at you typing and running the desk and everything, and I'm like, oh my God, did I actually used to do that? It looks like so much work.
You used to do it. I know where you used to do it. And actually, while I was there, where you
Right.
used to do it, I heard your song Mdaka Mdakiwa, and I felt like I was home.
Oh, really?
And remember, I called you, said, and this is where you were right. You're like, Olivia, no, I'm not ready for any interviews. I don't release that many songs. And you were right about you being your own worst enemy.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, it's the truth. Why should I deny the truth? It's my pace. I keep reading about people saying, also Sanepei's made a comeback. I never left. It's just 2 songs a year. And I mean, if you've not followed my career, then you wouldn't know. But
True.
if you followed me from, for all the 18 years, you would know sometimes just even 1 song a year. Just chill.
It's like Double O is back. No. Double O is just doing training.
Yeah, and
Teacher
this
training.
heavy, like now, for example, heavy social media presence. Like if you're not there, and then you, like for example, I've taken a break.
Yes.
Okay, this is not something that I'd actually wanted to discuss, but I've taken this is a digital detox for me. You'll find that people will say, Ati, Sanaipei makes a comeback. No, it's not a comeback. I'm still there. I can see all the things you're posting. It's just I'm not posting.
Yeah.
So calm down.
Chilling.
If you don't know the story, don't talk about it. Anyway, let's talk about challenges. Let's talk about the challenges for acting.
For acting.
These ones are very, like I said, I'm fairly new and fairly young in the industry, so I don't think I can actually say that I've faced so many challenges. The ones that are there that are on a more personal, level.
Yes.
And it's something that again is in contrast with my character. Now you see, when you're an actress, a lot of things are done for you. Like what? Painting your nails and fixing your hair all the time. You have to look perfect.
Yeah.
Or sijui Nana's collar is inside. We have to remove it. Pause, cut, nini. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I cannot do it.
Really?
I have had such a difficult time having to let people valisha me the shoes, and sijui I have my hand on this side painting my nails. I have, we're cutting short the scene because we have to fix Nana's hair. It's perfection.
Wow.
And I'm not for perfection.
But you look so perfection.
That's the
Kina.
thing.
Oh my God. I want to be her. You're like, she's like the Olivia Pope. You know what I mean?
Right.
I see the two of you. I see so much synergy. You are such a star. I know I'm a fan. I'm here fangirling.
If people knew the chokora behind those clothes, my goodness.
my God.
I think it's because that I'm very just used to living simple and being simple and not making a fuss out of everything.
Yeah.
And this Nana character is just a fuss. It's too much.
That's one of your biggest challenges.
Yeah.
Do you have any other challenges with regards to acting, remembering your lines, being on set on time? Did you have any formal training?
No formal training for music, no formal training for acting. It's just been thrown in the deep end and managing.
That is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with anything else. If anything, I want to, attribute my newfound discipline. I mean, I was disciplined before, but this newfound discipline to acting. I mean, those people work hard, Bana. You're in Tao by like 6 o'clock or 5:45. The car takes you at 6:15, 6:30. You're on set. You have your breakfast, and the next thing you know, guys are setting up. Light people, sound people, art people. You're reading your lines. You're going through it with your fellow cast members, and you're just focused. And now the acting is sort of kind of affecting the music, because I've been called to several places, like concerts and performances and stuff, and you get there and guys are not ready. They told you you'll get on stage at 9.
Now you read it.
It's like it's 10 o'clock. Are you kidding? I had other things that I needed to do. And that's the thing with acting. They do things at a specific
There's
time.
call time. There's a
call
schedule.
times.
Everything works Swiss time.
We're doing 8 scenes today. You're going to do this. And if you're not doing that, if it's going to be pulled, if they're going to pull another scene, they'll tell you, okay, so we've pulled this scene because this scene is not working,
Yes.
And, ahead of time.
Exactly.
Concert. Hey. Gigs. Kwanzaa, the main person has not even arrived. You've arrived before them.
Imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. There needs to be more discipline in the music industry.
Judy, tell me about Docubox. It's a fantastic filmmakers fund, right, that you founded now 8 years ago. how can people benefit from Docubox? How can they,
Almost 9.
as filmmakers, as people in the industry, how can they reap from those benefits?
There are so many ways.
Yes.
We're primarily still a documentary film fund, although, as I said, we do support short fiction. And the first thing, you got to do, you've just got to jump onto our Facebook page, onto our Docubox Facebook page. Just Google us, follow us on Instagram, and you'll hear about all the different calls. Sometimes we'll partner with people like Comic Relief, like we did a year ago, and suddenly we'll have 10,000 pound grants to give to 10 different filmmakers. And we won't sort of just throw it at you and let you be.
Yes.
Walk that walk. Create a little hub and a community where you can come in and share your rough cuts and so on. You might just want to come to our next shorts event, which is on Valentine's weekend, because on top of like all that fun, wearing shorts, drinking shots and watching shorts, we have fantastic directors lounges going on at the same time, and so you're able to kind of connect with other filmmakers and really understand, especially if you're an emerging or a newer filmmaker, just how those people made the films that you're watching. I really believe in community. I'm a real believer that if you create a good space and you've got good intentions for that space, good things happen.
Yes.
In it. I really believe that, and I've seen it happen. And so, yeah, just follow what we do. We constantly have opportunities for labs, for grants, and for just getting together to sort of applaud each other's work.
Speaking of that, Sanaipei had talked about the challenges she faced as an artist. The film industry has been very male dominated, not necessarily with regards to acting, but with regards to the people behind the camera, the people who make the decisions, the people who have the money. And you are a Kenyan woman filmmaker. I'm already seeing challenge, right? What are some of the experiences you've had in the last, 15 years, 20 years career in film?
First of all, I'm going to maybe go against the grain, and I'm going to disagree on that, because look at Kenyan film. The number of people who've done their PhDs and masters on why are there so many successful women in Kenyan film, I can't count them. Epi Matere, look at all the stuff she's done. Jerry Karango, who was kind of the mothership, who brought in the Tosh Gitongas and everybody and trained them up. Hello, she's a woman. Look at Christine Savane and everything she's doing. Look at our power documentary producer, Tony Kamau. She's fire. It's look at the woman who is producing Tosh. Who's producing Tosh? Is it a man or a woman producing Tosh? No, it's a young, fabulous woman called Imanweke. Yes. That is Tosh's producer.
Yes.
There is something. I love listening to Sanaipei just now. When that thing, who is organizing the routes when you're getting picked up at 4 a.m. and you're needing to coordinate a crew which is 200 people. Often it's a woman sat at the center of that, and somehow I think we don't applaud that. Look at who drove so much of the commercial production, like the big money TVCs. Alison Gibwine, with her All Is On production.
All is on. Yes,
All Is On. Don't joke with Alison. That. And again, even when we gave grants, we didn't even have to wait it to figure out, how do we give more women films? Out of the 12 people who got our very first grants 8 years ago, 6 of them got the bigger amount of $25,000. 5 of those were women.
Excellent.
5, yeah, and even the 6th who got the same amount had a female producer. And so I do notice that there are a lot of men, especially in TV. But even then, that Njoroge Uba, the creator, is a woman.
Yes,
and she's created all these amazing. Look at you guys. Let's just also give ourselves props. Let's give ourselves props. I think women are just kicking butt. Really, I do, and have been for a long time.
where is the industry going now that we are in 2022? From your standpoint as a filmmaker, where do you see us moving forward with regards to recognizing of Kenyan film, not just regionally, but globally? Because now with several different platforms for streaming, for example, you're seeing a lot of movies from Asia, you're seeing movies from the Middle East, you're seeing movies from non-speaking European countries, in the limelight. So where do you see Kenyan film going?
I think the ground is being laid. I really, really do. And I've seen how much a little love, like just a little love, and not even like tons of money, just a bit of money can do. If you look at our doc industry, whenever you're at documentary markets, people keep asking, what's happening in Kenya? Like, why is Kenyan doc popping? It's just that little bit of love, and I think it's about to happen with fiction. I just want to add something else, though. Sorry, I'm going to go back to our amazing women.
No worries.
Do you know that there are I think 5 members of the Academy in Kenya? 5.
Wow.
Not and they're all women, and this is unusual because I don't think Uganda, Tanzania, I don't think have Academy members. I think that very few across the whole continent.
Yes.
Do you know?
Sorry, you're breaking up.
From
Please
this
repeat
country
that.
are women. All the members of the Academy, the Oscars, from this country, and they're not many on the continent, are women.
Tell me who they
I don't know
are.
if you know,
I
Lupita,
did
who was
not
the
know
first.
that, of course.
Yes, Lupita, who was the first.
Yes.
Myself as the second. Wanuri is on, and they're different guilds.
Wait.
The
Pause.
third.
Wait, pause. You won an Oscar.
No. We're members of the Academy. There are about 4,000 members of the Academy globally.
Yes.
It's not that easy to become a member. They're predominantly white male based in LA, New York, London. That's and generally.
So Judy, when they come on stage and they say, "I would like to thank the Academy," you're being thanked. Judy Kibinga.
She's frozen again.
Yeah, we are legion. It's not just me. We're a few of us now, which is amazing.
How many members of the Academy are there? Sorry, I'm so curious.
I think there are about 4,000 globally, just over 4,000 globally, I think.
Yes.
And the huge sort of the largest amount of those, of course, are in the States.
Yes.
I think on this continent, we might be about 20 on this continent out of the 4,000.
I love it. We're going to pause there. I'm going to reflect on what you've just said, that they're all women, because I'm just absolutely loving it.
Spice.
I'm still with 2 amazing, talented women. I'm talking about Filmmaker and Docubox founder Judy Kibinga. I'm talking about the sensational singer, recording artist, performing artist, songwriter, actress, and one of my favorite people in the whole world. I'm saying I'm a liar. I'm not a liar because I've told you many, many times.
Imagine, I don't think you're a liar. I think you're very vocal about it, and I really appreciate it.
Do you know how many times I finished a run? I said, I have to text Sanaipei.
And text you do.
And I'm like, I finished it. Nilikuwa nasikia mdakiwa for like 18 minutes. Because honestly, the last couple of Ks are really, really tough. But honestly, she says, actually, she's not far from my 41 years. Liar! Sanaipei's a liar.
I'm not lying. If there's one thing I've not lied about, it's my age. By the way, I mean, there's so much of that, and I don't know why it's such a thing to you think that you're insulting somebody by telling them you're so old.
But I love it.
I love it.
Look how hot I'm looking. Naniko 41, going on 42. But then when I'm 55, you'll be like, "You're 55." I'm like, "Yo."
Me, I was called Zilizopendwa, but it's okay.
What does that mean?
So you know how the song Zilizopendwa?
I know. I've heard Zilizopendwa.
And those are old songs.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. But I wish people just embraced age, because the more you continue to fight with your age, trying to look younger, that's when you look older. Because you have an internal war. Don't have a war. Just embrace and appreciate that you've lived this long.
No one loves me more than me.
Aha, love it.
So I'm gonna tell you one thing. I own every single second that have blessed this earth with my presence. Yeah?
Blessed the earth with your presence.
Yo. I'm not going to be humble about it.
Yeah.
We're just being honest. No, but I need to play a trailer of Lupita Nyong'o's latest movie. And then I want to have your parting words. I want to have Lupita's parting words. I hope you got on the stream, standardmedia.co.ke. Nicheze. Watch and nicheze because I'm giving away tickets. Mumbi's looking at me like I'm about to do something wrong, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, I cannot. I can't.
What?
Sanaipei, I cannot.
What's happening?
Do you know my only sad point of today? The only thing I'm sad about,
Yes.
all of today,
Okay.
is that you're not going to be sitting next to me at Century Cinema.
My
Junction.
sincere apologies. I really wish I could. It's got a great cast.
You're
It's
lucky
got a
I love
great
you.
cast.
You're lucky I just love you.
But please, next time there's a premiere, invite me. It's just this one was short notice. You've got to admit.
It was short notice
Yes.
because watu wa studio walisema you cannot talk about it. There's a non-disclosure agreement.
Oh.
I see you had to sign that thing until the 6th. I couldn't talk about it.
Okay.
So I couldn't be like, Sana, there's a movie. No, I could not.
But surely, if you text me, you think I'm going to tell someone.
No,
I'm joking. Please, stick to the rules. Stick to the rules.
You know, walikuwa wametoka ngambo. I know I have like 4 shillings. I don't want them to take the 4 shillings that I have. Zimebaki tu winne 4 shillings. Watu absa wanajua. Trust me, wanajua niko na tu 4 bob.
Sawa, usije uka-expose mambo mengi. Wacha tu.
Sawa. But no worries. It's a fantastic movie at SpiceFM KE. Join me. In fact, the tickets I was going to give Sana ni zako.
You can't be that chilly.
Because you know what? The tickets were being given away by Yolanda Mulwa and DJ Absolute all week. Then Sana is like, actually, I can't make it. I have a lot of things I got to do today. But not to worry, Olivia, next time I got you. Sana, hey! Lazima niwapatie watu tickets.
Sawa, ni sawa. Kama unawapatia, I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
But let me tell you one thing. If at any point between now and 4 p.m. you change your mind, you will even sit on my lap. So now my lap is open. My lap is available. Usijali.
Wacha nisingilie your story, please. People could misconstrue that to mean other things.
Watch our misconstrued. Did I just say live? Globally, across the nation. I love Sanaipei Tande. Akamjui.
Asante sana.
No, but parting words. Let me start off with Judy, who's like, you guys are just having your own personal moments there. I'm also a filmmaker. I'm part of the academy. I've been giving away millions of dollars to the people of Kenya for them to, enhance their craft. Parting words. Judy Kibinga. Unmute your microphone.
Sorry, I keep doing that. Sorry. Yeah, I guess my parting words would be, those are always difficult. I think Kenya is rising in just so many ways.
Yes.
People say things like that, Lucy, but I don't know. I see it. I feel it. I was on Netflix the other day. I saw a cute movie. I can't remember what it was. I almost finished watching it. I need to go buy it. It was really good. By a filmmaker I'd never heard of.
Yes.
I keep seeing these emerging artists and filmmakers coming up. My favorite filmmakers of the last couple of months. Sadly, not women, but 2 young guys who haven't even finished campus. They're at Daystar. I looked at the rough cut of their film Rising Sun, Kevin Osaw and his cinematographer Danny Skilton. I just fell off my chair. I was like, how have these guys not finished, And yet, I don't even think they're 25. And yet they've made this mind-blowing feature, these fantastic shorts. And I think it's really just about deciding that we're going to do this. It's there's so many excuses that we can all make. Yes, the financing isn't what it should be. Maybe like me, you didn't go to film school. That's not the issue. I think it's really deciding that you are in for the long haul and are going to make fabulous films, because I feel something's also going to open with the streamers. I feel them preparing the ground to come and start doing a lot more in East Africa. And so please, let's be ready for it when they come. Let's be ready for it, because I think we are already doing world-class work.
Judy, it is such an honor and a privilege.
Yeah,
and yes,
that's it,
not
I think.
a woman, but I have to give him props. My director on Changes, I was on TV. I was on Changes. I was the landlady.
Okay.
And if anyone has the full season of Changes, can you please share it with me? Because I filmed everything. I've never watched a single episode of Changes.
How come?
No, I didn't know where it was being viewed. They never called me.
Okay.
They never called me, so I filmed my parts. I know Jimmy is there. Jimmy Gatu also, I love you. You and Sanaipei Tande, I told my favorite people, if this is, I'll throw you there in the mix as well. Judy Kibinga now just added herself to that soup. But the fact of the matter is, if you have a copy of Changes that I'm in as a landlady, share it with me, right? The other thing is, thank you, Tosh Gitonga, for introducing me to this amazing woman called Judy Kibinga. And Judy, next time, I want you here with me. You need to invest some of those funds into your internet.
Thanks,
right?
Tosh.
You need to invest into your Wi-Fi. You keep buffering. So I'm gonna tell the people she did not steal it.
I'm sorry.
It was to assist and promote her craft. That's why she had to boost her Wi-Fi. But lovely so much talking to you.
I'm so sorry.
Have an amazing Saturday, and you and
Thank
I
you.
are going to connect again really, really soon.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Cheers. Cheers, Judy. Sanaipei, I want to find out something from you.
Yes.
Your parting words. I need to understand, honestly.
Yes.
What should we expect other than that one track? Because maybe have you already released one track for this year?
I released an EP,
Yeah.
which is possibly, well, not possibly, but it is the first compilation that
Yes.
I've ever put out.
Yes.
And that was last year, October. So it's got Kiwango featuring Calligraph. It's got Jali featuring Nyashinsky.
Yes.
Then it's got a song called Nakuthamini, Nabo, Chukua, and Yuko Nawewe, which is my first gospel song, according to me. According to guys, Amina was my first gospel song, but that's okay. So that was released last year,
Yes.
doing very, very well. I think
Yes.
it tables turned. What I thought would actually be the leading jam,
Yes.
kind of became number 4 or something.
Yes.
So I'm trying to work on shooting the videos for the songs.
Yes.
I had my own idea of which 3 songs I would shoot, but then
Yes.
with the way things have turned out, it
Yes.
seems like I'll have to change that.
Okay.
So those are the songs that are out now. Still working on other jams. I think for a very long time, actually in all the 18 years,
Yes.
I always seem to have a moment where I'm wondering, is this the kind of music I want to continue doing? Do I want to do this genre of music? Do I want to switch it up? Do I want to include more English? I'm always having that moment after I release songs.
If I didn't love you so much, I would hate you for the fact that you sound amazing in English and in Kiswahili.
Thank you.
I am jealous.com. In fact, that lift would be under.
Achana na lift, Olivia. Please do not threaten me like that. Otherwise, I'll never come back here.
But if anything does befall Sanaipei Tande, I'd like to say right now to all my fellow citizens,
It was
I
you.
had nothing to do. No, I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do.
Yeah. So as far as the music goes,
Yeah.
I'm working on trying to shoot the videos for at least 3 jams from the EP.
Yeah.
And then working on writing more as I kind of decide, because I think I've come to understand that it's very important to be positive in your music.
Yes.
Because that's how you attract, the good fortune, and that's how you attract the wealth that you're looking for and all those things. So say the things that you want to see happen for you. You can't be talking about broken hearted.
Yes.
He's going to leave you. But then let me tell you, what you sing, what you say, what you think, what you feel will manifest.
Yes,
And
yes,
I've learned the hard way when
Yes.
it comes to those things.
Yes.
So I'm trying as much as possible to keep it positive in my mind, in my feelings, and even the kind of music that I put out there.
Okay.
When it comes to acting, I know you asked me how far I want to take it.
Yeah.
For me, it's
Viola
really,
Davis. Viola Davis.
It's
Are you
as
listening?
far. It's as far as nothing that comes my way clashes with my moral values.
Okay.
Because obviously, it's acting. There's a lot of things that you can be asked to do, but for as long as it is, it complements who I am and my moral values and my respect for my people.
Yes.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
I'm good to go. So yeah, that's as far as we want to take it. Let the jobs come. The jobs are there. There's so many. You hear of all the streaming platforms that are there.
Yes.
And what's interesting is that when I got into acting, that's when I realized that, wow, there are a lot of shows being shot.
Yes.
Because when you look at International Lifehouse, which is where most people get their buses to the different set locations, there's a lot of people there waiting, for their vehicles to go and shoot their different shows.
Wow.
And that's very impressive. And I think a message to the guys out there who want to get into acting, because you get a lot of
Just
these
to go to the
messages.
National Lifehouse. Mama tu hapo.
Wait, sijasema wakafanya hivyo.
Ingia kwa bus.
I'm just saying, work a little harder. Put your ear to the ground
Yeah.
and listen out for auditions. These things are happening every day. And
Yes.
don't ever think that they just call me to be an extra. That's wasting my time. That's where you start. That's where you start. We all started small.
Yes.
I keep telling people I used to earn less than 30,000 shillings when I was working at that first radio station that I was at, and they're like, "What? That's unbelievable." You're like, "My guy, we had to make do."
I worked for free for several years at that other radio station where I was at.
Do you see?
Because I wanted by association. Then one day I said to my program, I said, you know what? I think I want a show. He's like, there are no shows, Olivia.
Oh.
No, back then in the
That
years,
place.
they only had Wazungus.
Oh.
There are no shows, Olivia. And I'm like, there's a slot. There are no slots. I said, 1 a.m. is free.
Are you serious?
I did. My first show was from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
What?
Yes.
You really wanted the job.
I really did.
And are you hearing? Those are the kind of stories that need to be out there. You've got to start somewhere. You cannot start and say, I want to be the star. I mean, it happens.
I know
it happens for a few people.
I know people who come in and say, I want to be the star. Look at them like, all right.
No. You've got to work for it. So, guys, please, you want to be an actress, you want to be an actor, you can't DM other actors and say, wait, so nitafutie nafasi. Because this job is so demanding. So Kina is the first telenovela I've ever been part of. And it is shooting every day because it's a show that airs Monday through to Friday. You've got to keep up with your episodes. You cannot afford to fall back. The only thing we do is read our lines, do our lines with our fellow cast members. We act, we go home, we sleep.
Wow. That's why I didn't see you in the blogs. I was waiting for any Sanaipei Tande scandals over the holidays. I saw nothing.
No, but I'm not a scandal person. Now, even you, Olivia.
I know, right?
You know.
I
So,
know.
I mean, I really cannot tell you that I'll look for a slot for you. There's no time. There's so much on our plate. So please understand that and don't look at it and say, Sanaipei alininyima nafasi. I didn't. I do not have the capacity to do that for you.
Yes.
Okay? So put your ear to the ground. Find out where the auditions are being held. Don't be afraid to start small. And like I've been saying for a number of years now, be true to yourself. Don't do anything that's going to make you sleep and wake up with guilt. Don't do it. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. And it's okay. It's okay.
This is how I'm feeling. Mumbi, can you show them? Yeah? Can you show them the heart? Can you show them the heart? I'm feeling... Oh my God, it's just been the best show ever!
Thank you, Olivia.
We have some trivia. I know I've said goodbye to Judy Kibinga. She is filmmaker. She is the founder of Docubox. Sanaipei Tande. We're playing trivia with you next. Trivia.
Okay.
We're going to find out what trivia Sanaipei and Ajuanga. No, honestly. It's all about the lady of the hour whose movie dropped yesterday. I hope you've sent in the name of that movie at SpiceFM KE. We're talking about the one and only Kenyan Oscar winner, Lupita Nyong'o.
Spice.
Is SpiceFM streaming live, spicefm.co.ke and standardmedia.co.ke. Happy New Year. Good afternoon. This is 00 Direct. I am 00. And everybody calls me 00. Everybody. Like, I know you saw it on the gram that I'm called 00. So don't you worry. Don't you worry just a little bit. I'm giving away those amazing tickets to Lupita Nyong'o's latest movie, The 355. All you have to do, right? All you have to do to win those tickets is actually answer what I've just told you. So if you go into our social at SpiceFM KE, you will see it. I know we have a couple of winners. The movie exclusive screening is today at the Junction at 4 p.m. So if you win the tickets, you're asking to get those tickets, please make sure you are in that general vicinity of Century Cinemax, right? I'm not done with one of my favorite people on God's green earth. Her name is Sanaipei Tande, because now it's trivia time. Yeah. Look at me, Sana. The first question that you need to be asked is, what movie won Lupita Nyong'o her Oscar? What movie made Lupita Nyong'o a member of the Academy, as Judy Kibinga said? All right. What was the name of the movie?
12 Years a Slave.
Hey, I think you're absolutely right. Did I get it? Absolutely right. Yes, it was 12 Years a Slave. Question number 2.
Oh no, there's more?
Yes.
Keep going.
What is Nairobi Blue?
What
is Nairobi Blue? It is something that is owned by our Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o. What is Nairobi Blue?
Does it have anything to do with the cryptocurrency she came to introduce in Kisumu? I don't know.
No, but I need to know more about that. I'm going to be looking up that.
Okay,
Kisumu
what is
has
it?
crypto.
What is it?
Okay. Nairobi Blue is actually the gown that she wore. The blue gown that she wore. Oh, one more time, please. I love it. Now, third and final question. And final question, right? Name Lupita Nyong'o's latest movie.
355.
Excellent. Makofi. No, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It has been an absolute pleasure hosting you today on Double O Direct, and I can't wait to see more of you shining, rising.
And
just,
you will.
you
Yes,
heard
you
it.
will.
You heard it. Enjoy your Saturday.
Thank you so much, Double O.
Spice.
Afternoon and happy 2022. I know it's 8 days in, but that first Saturday, I was like you, no show. That first Saturday, the first of 2022, I was like you, completely no show. I'm Olivia Otieno. This is Double O Direct, female hosts, music only by female artists, female guests. I just had the amazing Judy Kibinga, filmmaker, founder of Docubox. If you're looking to get your film project off the ground, looking for funding, please go to Docubox. Wako na pesa, local, international chums. She was talking about amounts in dollars and pounds. Yo, when someone talks about sterling, you know they're serious guys. Thinking of serious, Sanaipei Tande. Thank you so much, Sana, for being here, talking about your career over the last 19 years and your current experience in Kina. Oh my goodness. If you have not watched Sana in Kina, you have no idea. Speaking of no idea, I have an exclusive interview with Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o, and we discussed her latest movie, The 355. Amazing! I'm going to be dropping the full interview, I promise.
Spice.
Hello.
Hi, Lupita. I'm Olivia Otieno from SpiceFM in Nairobi.
Double O. Yes. It's good to talk to you.
Just great talking to you too. I just finished watching The 355, and apart from the obvious strong women leads, what are some of the other feminist messages in The 355?
Yeah, you start with a heavy hitter there. Feminist messages. I think, well, the whole idea behind this film was bringing together a group of women from around the world to participate in an espionage thriller in a way that we haven't really seen before. So, I mean, the very fact that it doesn't really exist was shocking to me. I was like, I didn't even know that this thing was missing from the canon. And so in and of itself, I feel that's a feminist statement right there. The term 355 was a code that was given to the first American female spy. And that was a long time ago. And it's in the spirit of that we end up being called the 355. So women have participated in espionage for a very long time. And it's high time that we reflected that in cinema.
Brilliant. Now, you play a Black British Muslim. Who is going to love that character?
Who? I hope that lots of people love that character. I don't want to give a demographic for those who love that character because I think anything that I put out there would be short-sighted. I'm really interested to see who does, who does relate to her and claim her for themselves. Yeah.
What do you love about Khadija?
Well, I do really admire her intellect and her cyber knowledge and just like being good at everything digital. And I don't know the difference between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so she does. And she knows way more than that too. And so, yes. I mean, I really did, I bow down to people who understand what OSINT and all of that means. And not only know what it means, but know what to do with it. And she goes a step further and is able to manipulate that stuff and create it. She was very much participating in this cyber world in a way that I can't even dream of ever doing. So, yeah, her intellect was something that I really... highly respected and was very afraid of.
How do you feel Khadija will resonate with Kenyan moviegoers?
Oh, well, well, I'm hoping that Kenyans will be on her side more than anyone else. Seeing as I'm playing her, I hope they feel represented and excited I hope they feel excited by the entire movie. And, I definitely know that for me, when I've been able to see people like me on screen, it gives me a pep in my step, you know. And so I'm hoping that, you know, every movie that Kenyans see me in, they feel proud and excited and represented.
Any challenges in playing her?
The cyber stuff was the challenge. A very, 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 very big challenge. I mean, it took me like 2 or 3 times the effort to just learn my lines, you know, and to say it with conviction and not feel like a fraud. And majority of my job as an actor is convincing myself that I am coming across as the character. So yeah, with Khadija, that stuff was super, super difficult to hold on to and to feel like I knew what I was talking about. And at the time, I could tell you that I knew what I was talking about on the day that we shot it. I don't know whether I knew that the day after. And I certainly would not agree to a quiz today.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, it's good to see you, and it's good to have you on the airs again.
Thank you, Lupita. Have a fantastic day.
Take care.